Hey, we are back with some Fiasco, jumping into it after we made our character web stuff. Um, so I think typically, same person who started does the first scene. I mean, anyone who has an idea can start it too. I think the idea I had was we start with when the documentary crew shows up, right?
And that's your hostile work environment, so it makes
Yeah,
sense
right,
that you
exactly.
start.
It's like I'm maybe the first person who greets them, and it's this whole big thing. Um, so
The way it works is that you can set it, but then we assign you the dice.
oh, right, yes. So
Mm.
I either establish or resolve, right? That's how it is. So I'll choose to establish and say that it is the that first day where the camera crew shows up. Seth has called, and you can make up whatever reason that Duke Drexen actually called them for. If you want to go with your original idea or not. But I think I'm the first people to see them come in, and like they're trying to figure, maybe they're talking to like the secretary, and I come up and try to figure out what's going on. And I think we probably don't want to start off playing multiple characters, so I think we'll have maybe me and Seth be the agency characters, and then Alyssa and Jordan, if you want to play the two of the camera crew people. Then we can just go from there, and then maybe Alyssa, if you could play the secretary as well. If she becomes relevant at all during this, that when they're coming in. I think that's probably how we'll do it. And then just as a reminder for dice and stuff, at the end of this, you guys will decide. We do 2 dice at a time because we want to keep things moving. And you'll give me either 2 black dice, so bad outcome, 2 white dice, good outcome, or a mix of both, and have it be each. And I get to assign them to other people in Act 1. So in Act 2, whoever gets the dice has to keep them. And then at the very end of the game, we roll of the dice that are in front of us and find out what our ending is. Yeah, let's go ahead and start with that. Right, so the camera people are coming in the door. It's some like travel agency type, travelogue writer or whatever business. What's the actual name of our fake company?
Travel Life.
Travel Life is good enough. Yeah, we can just do that. Makes sense. Yeah, so maybe like I'm hearing, welcome to Travel Life. What can I help you with? Sort of a thing. And I walk over, and the camera crew's like getting all their equipment ready, and someone's talking to the secretary. So yeah, whoever would, either Alyssa or Jordan.
Yes, we're here to establish the cameras so we can interview your people.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. Name's Richard Cooper. I work here at Travel Life. Did you say camera crew in interviews?
Yes. Your manager called us and said that he wanted us to come down and do like a docuseries on you guys.
A docuseries on Travel Life.
Yes. And all the wonderful things you're doing with your blog and how you're changing lives.
I give a side eye to the secretary and then just look back. I'm like, I don't know if you want to do a docuseries on Travel Life.
No, it's really interesting. We've done all the research. We've seen your website. We think it'd be a great fit for this.
Yeah, and Richard Cooper is kind of like middle-aged. He is, salt and pepper hair, a neatly groomed beard, and he's wearing normal like office wear, a dress shirt and tie, and he just says,
normally we're the ones calling the businesses to ask, but when he called, we were just like so excited because there's so much history around you guys.
I don't think you understand Travel Life. Travel Life is so boring. Like, you wouldn't even imagine how boring it is to work here.
And like, I saw your blog about the Bahamas that you did recently.
Well, see, the thing about the Bahamas is that is the interesting part. Actually being here, not so much. But from
what I hear, you actually go with the people.
Yes.
Really see like what kind of things you see and how you.
So, can you just give me one moment, real quick? I just want to
all the time you need. Yeah, we're so excited.
all right. And I look at the secretary. I'm like, get Drexen down here right now. And we just like probably cut forward to Duke.
And Duke Drexen, he looks, I couldn't help myself. He looks like Rip Torn or Zed from Men in Black. So he's just very like, I don't know. The first thing that came to my head was Richard Nixon for some reason, but not him exactly. But like, you know who Rip Torn is? He looks kind of like that. And he comes down like, oh, what seems to be the problem, Richard?
Yes, Mr. Drexen. So there's a camera crew here, and they say they are.
Oh yes, the camera demonstration.
Oh, so it's just a demonstration? So because they said that there was a docuseries that they wanted to film, and
docuseries?
I figured that would just be a bad idea, given that we're actually
obviously
spies.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah. So you want to just talk to them and clarify a few things just to make sure that's not what.
Sure. I'll talk.
I appreciate it.
I'm the boom guy, and I'm just like trying to lean in a boom.
Exactly, and I'm just like swatting it out of the way.
Hi, hello there, Duke Drexen here.
Hello, it's so nice to meet you.
Yes, it's nice to meet you. You said you guys do cameras and stuff. See, I'm not much with the technology of nowadays. I'm kind of more of a manager here. I lead. I don't do necessarily. So I thought you guys did cameras.
Well, we do. And she's got her camera and like, yes, we interview people.
You interview people.
Yes, for our docuseries.
And like
that we have on the it's a reality TV show. Maybe you've heard of it, where we go into office spaces and interview what people do.
This is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad.
You know what?
I mean, you all signed the contract for the camp for
I did sign the contract.
How much did this cost, Mr. Drexen? And I'm assuming that you're actually paying us to do it, right?
Well, he offered to pay us, so.
How much did this cost, Mr. Drexen?
The government's paying for this, man. He whispers that. Well, welcome to, what do we call the place again?
Travel Life.
Travel Life. Welcome to Travel Life.
Sir, we cannot do this.
No, you figure this out. I hired you to figure these kinds of things out.
Do you guys mind speaking up a little bit louder? The mic's having a hard time picking you up.
We're actually talking this way so that you won't hear us, okay? So get out of my face.
But don't touch the mic.
Look, you handled Zimbabwe. You can handle this.
You come over whenever you're ready. This is a great spot over here.
Okay, well, we'll be there whenever we're ready.
And then the Duke will just turn to Richard like, look, handled Zimbabwe. You handled South Africa. You can handle this. And he boots it off.
Wait, what do you mean?
He's referencing like things that have happened. Like
yeah, but you push me forward to like deal with it.
Yeah, okay. Like you deal with it, sort of thing. Like,
got it. So I walk over. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, so sit right here.
Real quick, before we do any of the interview stuff, I just want to. What's your name, Miss?
Susan.
While you're talking, I'm coming around and like putting a mic pack on you and setting up a mic on your shirt and like clipping it on.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Susan. Now, Susan. Travel Life values its privacy. Now, am I going to be? I just want to make sure that you're not going to be filming anything that is going to be compromising my fellow employees' privacy, our rights, or anything along those lines.
Take any of your addresses or any of your personal information. We can even change your names if you want.
Our regular names will be fine. I mean,
if you're looking for something like that, you can talk to our sister company.
Well, we're looking for fake aliases. You have a sister company.
All the personal stuff.
Oh, I see. So
they're called DMZ.
Sure, of course.
Well, yes, we do want some of the personalized.
Yes. Now,
interesting.
mainly,
Really, I'm looking for like the inner workings of the company.
Of course. Inner workings is going to be a little tough. So this is the thing. We, as well as our privacy, we value our trade secrets, you might call them. The way we get insider scoops. Yes, exactly. Now we would be happy to give you a tour of the place. We can set up a few people to give you some interviews, but I think we're gonna have to make sure that
you're right. Being here at the office would be way too boring. You need to take us on a trip itself and tell us what you do.
Now, I have to ask, can I read through this contract that Mr. Drexen signed with you? I just want to make sure exactly what we're getting into here.
That's back at our office with our secretary, but yes.
Okay, could you have her or him or whoever send me the contract? And do you happen to know, this is probably the most important piece of information, do you happen to know what would happen if we broke the contract?
What would happen if we broke the contract?
Yeah, if we just kind of canceled the whole thing. How much money are we looking at there exactly?
I don't know. I'm just a camerawoman who does the things. You have to talk to our person. I don't know.
All right.
And
well,
all I can say is every time I've seen that happen, the place goes out of business. Bad press.
Yeah, that's what
also our secretary is she's on leave. She went on vacation, ironically through a travel agency.
Okay.
I know where she went if you can get us some tickets there.
Yeah, give me just one moment. All right. And did Jackson just leave?
Yeah, he left. He's like, I'm not dealing with this. He
turns around thinking that he's gonna see you, and then you're just gone. He's like, okay, you know what? Right this way.
I think that ends with 2 black dice.
Yeah, I think so too.
Duke was kind of literally like, oh, I'm not dealing with this.
And I'm going to give them right to you, Seth.
Oh, right. You give them away.
Duke Drexen, all That's yours. All right, Seth. Establish resolve.
I think I have an idea for establishing. I'm just not sure it's any interesting. Let me run my idea and see if you guys think this could go anywhere, and if so, if not, I'll let you guys. So I was thinking maybe like Duke is back in his office. He's brought Ron in and saying like, "I thought you said we needed cameras." Like he's grilling him like he was the reason this went wrong.
Oh,
or do you have a better idea? Okay, you guys think it's fine?
That's fun.
Okay, so you see Duke. He's storming into his office. He's pressing his. He talks to his secretary. He's passing by like, "Get Ron in here immediately," or get that friggin' like Caldwell or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
but get Caldwell in here immediately. Just sits in his office, just like looking at papers, like scrolling through his email. But he's like, I want to say he's like 60 or something, so he like doesn't really know how his computer works. So he's like taking his mouse and banging it against it because it's not working. And eventually,
then Ron shows up. That's you, Jordan.
Ron, yeah. Caldwell, dagnabbit, you said we needed cameras.
But we do need cameras. Don't you remember that last Christmas fiasco when somebody stole the package off the porch? That's why I was recommending to you that we get one of those ding cameras to put on the front door.
Well, we got cameras in here. There's a lady and there's a guy with a big stick, and they're recording us.
Well, so what's the problem? You got your cameras, didn't you?
They're reality TV cameras.
Oh, that's problematic.
What?
I didn't hear the word you said.
The way you said that word was so funny for some reason. Oh. I didn't realize you were like literally just Alfred from Batman.
I'm like, okay, I'm combining like Alfred with oh
Jeeves?
no, who is it? Groovy baby. Austin Powers. I'm combining.
Oh yeah.
I'm combining him with Austin Powers.
You're Alfred Powers.
Alfred Powers. Very funny.
Look, when you said cameras, I looked up camera people, and we got the wrong camera people. You're my head of security. This is why I wanted you to do this. You know I don't know these computers.
Well, your first problem was looking up camera people and not just cameras.
I don't know the difference. Don't camera people work with cameras?
No, computer people work with cameras.
You just see like him looking at his brain is short circuiting him trying to figure out what you just said. He's like, that doesn't make any sense. He probably he has like a coffee cup. He's like banging. He's like, that doesn't make any sense. He just breaks the coffee mug on his desk. Look, you gotta get this figured out, or you're going on assignment with Vulture again.
Oh no! Please, anything, anything with that.
If you Steven,
I'd rather clean the guest bathroom again. And you know how those truckers can be.
Look, if you think you talk funny now, you'll be talking worse when Vulture gets through with you.
I don't talk funny. Do I?
This is not that funny. For some reason it is.
Jordan doing the voice, and it's just so ridiculous. Look, and I think he'd just stand up, get in your face, and say, "Take care of this now."
Well, we could do what we did the last 4th of July.
We have that much gunpowder?
I was thinking we skip the gunpowder part and go straight to pulling the fire alarm.
That could work. Okay. Give everyone 10 minutes heads up so they can take care of anything they need before the sprinklers go off. You know that paper. It'll extinguish everything. We need to keep things under wraps first. You've got 10 minutes, then I'm pulling the alarm.
I can manage 10 minutes.
Good. Get to work.
Yeah, that seems like the end of the scene there, right?
Yeah.
I just realized I became Zarbon from Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
You did!
Yeah.
And I don't know what I became, but it was weird. But I kind of like that voice.
This seems mixed because you had a problem, you were angry, but you have some sort of solution to start aiming towards.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to everybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who you want to give this to?
Do I have to give them to other people?
Yes.
Because Jordan was the only one in the scene. Do I have to give them to people who are in the scene?
No.
Don't know who I'd give them to is the thing.
I think you can technically.
Well, it's all
split them up,
arbitrary
too.
at this point.
Mm-hmm. True.
It's arbitrary until someone has mixed. So the only way you can do bad is if you give both of them to someone.
I'll give a black to Jordan just because he's kind of in a little precarious spot right now, and the white, just because I mentioned her, I'll give it to Vulture.
I'm used to being in precarious spots.
Sounds good. So you're the janitor because you don't want to be a field agent anymore. Is that what I'm gathering from?
I want to be a field agent. I just don't want to be a field agent
With Vulture.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so yeah, it's like I would rather clean the guest bathroom than
Be an agent with Vulture.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think this goes without saying, but that was the clip, probably.
I definitely wrote down the timestamp for that. Yeah.
Alyssa, also maybe try your headphones again, see if they're working again. Because it's harder to hear you now.
Yeah, mainly it's every time we're talking, you get cut out. So we can't hear what you're saying over us.
It may have just been Jordan on the guitar that was cutting you out before.
I think so, maybe.
Try that. Can you guys hear me?
Right.
Yep. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, because half the fun of Fiasco is like talking over each other and saying funny things. So it would be a shame if you couldn't do that.
That's all right.
Be a shame if someone farted on
it. So Jordan, do you want to establish a resolve?
How did my scene resolve, or did it just kind of end the way it did? Okay.
Remember? Yeah.
I didn't know if you were going to add anything extra after that.
Oh yeah. Well, it sounded like you guys were like, okay, this is what we're doing, and then you split up, right?
Okay, so establish is creating a new scene entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's like, do you want to decide what the scene is, or do you want us to decide what the scene is? And then you can decide how the scene ends. So you can only do one of those things, right? You can decide how the scene begins or how the scene ends.
I'll establish.
Okay.
I think the scene begins with, I assume we have like a company elevator somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the scene begins with, Ron getting on, with Ron getting on the elevator, heading down to confront these reporters.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, so I was bringing them up though, right? So maybe you just like step out of the office and they're there, right?
I'd also given him the order to make sure everyone has everything ready by 10 minutes, because that's when I'm pulling the fire alarm.
Yeah, that was the next thing in the timeline, was basically Ron going and making sure everyone gathers up their files.
Yeah. Gathers up their files to leave. So
that
like
they don't
all
get
the agents
sprinkled on you.
Well, but I guess that's the confusing part, right? Though, because like the papers that would be in like the main area would all be decoy papers, right?
Yes, but
and then the important papers would be where the fire alarm, I'm assuming, wouldn't be pulled.
Yeah, probably true.
Essentially saying, give everyone 10 minutes heads up, and I'm pulling the fire alarm.
Yes, yeah.
In case they're doing anything important. It's still expensive to pull a fire alarm.
Okay, so then this is probably Ron trying to catch people on his way to the reporters, trying to inform them of what's going on.
Yes, maybe you're talking to Vulture.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Okay, so let me think how.
I see me just like peek into her office.
Yeah, I probably like. Yeah,
it's office or cubicles.
I think probably office. Like, I don't know if we have that many employees, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's like Barbara.
What?
We have some guests here, and well,
I guess you need me to like, and then she like pulls up a gun.
He goes, no, not those kinds of guests. Guests that we
not
need
as
gone,
fun, but okay.
Guests we need gone, but not gone. If you hear what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, that's not as fun, but all right.
Well, it's going to get fun if you brought your swimming suit today, because 4th of July.
What makes you think that I would want to bring a bathing suit? That's sexist. Just to think that I'm a woman spy, that I'd be wearing a swimsuit underneath my gear.
But we were all issued special swimming suit
And why would you think that I'm just wearing it right now on command? Like, just gonna put on a show for you guys. It's not even it's like wintertime right now.
Because they're just a part of our suits.
Yeah, but I'm not wearing my suit right now.
Wait, you're not? I thought everybody was wearing their suits all the time.
We're not on a job right now.
Right, but it just fits underneath, the suit.
Is that why you're sweating all the time?
Got it. Well, I'll remember to keep my suit on at all times next time. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to work.
Okay, well, just make sure you don't have any documents that you need not wet.
What do you... Just spit it out, Ron.
The fire alarm is going to go off because we're trying to get rid of some people. There's some news reporters
Why didn't
here.
you just say that the first thing? God. Really, we have to go as far as getting the fire alarm? We can't just, threaten them to get out?
And if you look this way, then you'll see one Barbara Pierce's office. Now, she's probably someone you're gonna love talking to.
And she does like back turn, where like the camera pans in as she like turns back, and she just like stares and glares. And she goes, "What the?"
You're gonna have to bleep that one out. So yes, this is Miss Pierce. You're not married, right, Barbara?
Miss Pierce.
Miss Pierce, okay.
I'm a strong, independent woman, thank you.
Yes, and she never stops reminding us. So
you say that you feel like a pain from where the last time you got hurt when she was on mission with her.
And I'm not sure where my boss went off to, but I'm sure these two travel agents would love to talk to you about their travel life.
You must be the reporters here to report on our agency.
I guess that's me.
That's you.
That's us. We're talking to ourselves. Here we go.
Yeah, we're talking to ourselves. Yes. We're so excited to film you guys. Mind if we come in? And she comes into the crowded office with this giant camera.
Excuse me, pardon me. No, you really don't want to go. No, don't worry. I've done this before. Cramp space is not a big
Barbara
problem.
just scoots back a little bit. It's just
you really don't. I wouldn't.
Oh God. Yes,
so I'm just gonna set this up here.
Duke!
Do we want to end it there?
We could. So I had an idea about the fire alarm. What if when you pull the fire alarm, nothing happens because we were having cutting costs and someone at some point, maybe even you, mentioned that this is a fake business anyway. Do we actually need a fire alarm in our fake business?
Oh, no. Wait. I've got a potentially a better idea. Well, I feel like we would still need
fake water. What is it, LaCroix?
No, I just meant we don't need water to our place. But if we have a bathroom, then I guess that wouldn't be the case. But
I feel like we would still have a fire alarm just because you would want something.
You pull it and then the water doesn't actually.
Trying to think
Because
do we want to play out Alyssa's scene first, or do we?
My thought was that someone pulls the fire alarm, and instead of rushing out, they're actually really dumb and they try to get the scoop.
Oh, I like that idea better.
Try to get photos of wherever the fire is, so they're going and they're running around the building trying to figure out where it's at.
Sign me.
I mean, I established, so you guys decide. I mean, we could keep the scene going if we need to.
Yeah, I feel like there's still more to be done with this because there hasn't really been a resolution for your character specifically.
Yeah. oh, that's why you're bringing up the stuff with the fire alarm.
Right, because it's Ron came up with the idea, it doesn't work for whatever reason, right? And he has to improvise something.
I have an idea. I pulled a fire alarm in my office, but the fire alarm in my office isn't actually a fire alarm.
Oh,
It's
is it
like
some
a
secret spy thing? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a spy thing that goes off. It's like he pulls it all of a sudden here. And like red lights start blaring.
Agents to headquarters.
Exactly. Yes. Okay.
No,
100%. Because then we have to like somehow explain how that was totally normal in our travel life agency.
I like this idea.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's
That is just to keep us on our toes, like when we're not on task.
I come in. I'm like, hey guys, it's time to go to lunch. Yeah.
Oh, lunch!
Right.
I love lunch.
Agents to headquarters lunch.
That's the restaurant we go to. Headquarters.
Yes.
That's what it's called.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That or the main place we go to. Yes.
I've been to headquarters. In fact, my sister runs the place.
Well, that
sounds like a great idea. We would love to film you guys having lunch.
Sure. Yep. That's something we can do. No problem. Hey, Mr. Trexon, we're going to lunch at headquarters. Do you want to come?
And you just hear like in the background, you just hear like the sound of like swearing and vulgarity coming from his office as he's trying to get it to stop.
He'll be right behind us. Now, if you'll just come right this way, we can have a little bit of an intimate encounter for you guys.
Excellent. What would be great is if we could set it up where we'll just be like flies on the wall, and you guys can just talk about like your recent travels during a lunch.
Yes, that would
You'll
be
be so relatable.
I'm sure we will. Yeah.
And don't worry, I'll make sure my sister isn't checking out too bad.
I appreciate it.
She might try to get free flights. She's done. She's kind of.
Well, so what?
Don't try to get a free lunch.
One request, maybe don't talk about the fact that we're there a lot with her. It's a little bit of a sore subject. We don't really want to talk about how frequently we might go to this restaurant headquarters, just in case, my information that might not be accurate. But we definitely love that place. What food do they? I of course know what food they serve there, and I love it. Right this way.
What are your favorites? What are your favorites at headquarters?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'll show you when we get there. Whatever I choose, that'll be.
He was asking He was asking like the other two, like the specifically
the salad, obviously.
I mean, like he was asking.
Salad.
He was asking
the camera crew. He's asking the camera crew.
The camera crew.
Oh, good.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Oh,
I just love their mac and cheese. Their mac and cheese is so good.
Yes, family restaurant, great family restaurant.
Well,
I like the calamari.
Mac and cheese and calamari. Now I'm really confused, right? Like Richard Cooper's racking his brain. Like, what is this restaurant?
Mac and cheese is the kids' menu.
I figure it's a buffet.
Oh, a buffet.
Right. It's like what are they called? Golden Corral, where it's just like a bunch of random foods. Yeah. Well, right this way, we can head down to there immediately. If you guys want to get in the company car, I look to you guys.
You hear over the intercom, enter code or initiate self-destruct sequence.
Wait, what?
It's just part of the urgency, We really need to.
Wow, you really take your lunch very seriously.
Schedule, very tight schedule.
Oh.
This is great.
Let's go. Let's get out.
And she says that she's like pointing the camera towards like the blaring alarm.
Yeah, we'll meet you guys there. You guys can go ahead and head out without us.
We'll save you a table.
That would be fantastic. Then I turn back to the rest of you. I'm like,
actually, if you don't mind, I'm gonna hit the little boys' room on the way out.
No. So this is the thing. Our bathrooms are out of order right now.
Actually, you know what? I could really go to the bathroom as well.
Our bathrooms are out of order. Isn't that right, Mr. Caldwell?
Oh, really? Could you see like?
I don't know what you're talking about. They're not out of. Okay. Yes.
Yes. Vulture did that.
Yeah.
Like stepped on your foot, yeah, something like that, right?
But
yes, they are out of order.
But headquarters is just whatever minute drive away, and so that'll be no time at all, right?
I suppose I can hold it for 45 minutes.
Thank you for picking up when I was laying down. Sure love my 3-hour lunch break we get every day.
all of a sudden you
we talk business on the way there and the way back, obviously.
all of a sudden you see a scene of Duke Drexen with like a little Bic lighter holding up to one of the fire like alarm thingies, and finally the sprinklers starting going off. It's like finally.
I think that's probably the end of the scene, right? Just like it's very suspicious. Everything is wrong. That sounds like bad for Ron Caldwell, right?
Double bad?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
You can get
whatever's okay.
Yep. You can get both of them.
All right. Well, I will give I'm going to give both of them to Seth.
Okay.
Well,
that's
Duke
fair.
Drexen's going to have a good ending.
I would say, yeah, he's got a lot of dice there.
I have an idea to establish the next scene. If
yeah, you know what? Go for it. Establish it.
You guys show up at headquarters, and it's a kids' restaurant. The kind that have the mascots and the giant animal like outfit sort of thing.
Calamari's literally
it's
the
called
only
headquarters.
So it's a spy. Is it a spy themed?
Yes, it's a spy themed kids restaurant.
And then all the arcades.
It's got like that like what do you call it? Like the like where you like the skydiving thing, the indoor skydiving thing, to pretend like you're a real agent driving out of a plane and all that jazz. The jungle gyms and things to like climb
Sure. Who's there? Did Duke Drexen come along with us, or is he not?
No,
present?
Duke is not.
Okay, so I'm thinking Duke should be the like waiter that we have.
Oh,
right?
you mean I'm gonna be the waiter?
Yeah, right. That makes sense, right? Because you're the only person not in the scene, then.
Yes.
And Seth and Alyssa Alice and Jordan will continue playing 2 characters.
Awesome.
You should just have like a hat when you're playing the different characters, so you can go back and forth.
Well, that's why I have this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I wish I had like one of my like something right here.
Yeah, just pretend it's the camera. So do we get like do we start off with like a it's from the camera's point of view, and it's like awkwardly framing and zooming in on like me or Jordan's
like,
character or whatever, yeah, or us like being seated and kind of like looking around like
I think the first shot is like the mascot, right? The guy in the costume.
Sure.
It's a raccoon.
Oh yeah, it's like
Yes.
It's a raccoon in this. It's essentially Sly Cooper.
It's Sly Cooper, yeah, of course.
And
Sly Cooper's my father.
and your waiter is like this very peppy, like kind of college age guy, and like is like I don't know what kind of spy outfit he would be in.
They're probably all like fake tuxedo shirts, right? Like.
Yeah. Oh, like it's a
t-shirt.
It's a button-up polo. It's a button-up polo, but it looks like a suit, sort of thing. And he comes up to you confused comes up to you with like the tray, comes confused for a second because he sees a bunch of grown adults sitting at the table. Goes, "Hi, welcome to headquarters. What can I get for you to drink today?"
Yeah, I'll take a hard cider.
I'll take a beer.
Ron's looking over the menu. Can I get a chocolate milk?
That I can do. The others I.
What's the hardest drink you have?
Come on, this is a kid's place. You gotta have alcohol for adults, really.
There's the secret menu, right?
Ron's like saying to himself, well, I think chocolate milk goes pretty hard. That's fine. Whatever.
I mean, I've got a thing of root beer that's been sitting in the back for like
That'll
a year.
do. Get it?
Yeah, I'll take it too.
You two are such kidders. Alcohol.
That's us, kidders.
I did say root beer.
Yep. We got you.
And then like Barbara just kind of like does this thing with her mouth so that way it's like away from the camera. She's just like, seriously, this is what we've come to.
I didn't realize it was a kid's restaurant.
We're agents. You'd think that we'd know better.
Hey, it's fine. As long as we don't get a mission right while we're here, it should be fine.
Meanwhile,
ooh, they have a grilled cheese with 3 different types of cheese on it.
The shake in my
Ron.
head.
It's called the 3 cheese suit.
That's pretty good, actually. It's in a little, there's this little like burned toast.
With like a little tie or bow tie or something in it.
Yeah, so I like look back at the cameras and I look over and I'm like, okay, I think we're supposed to be talking about,
Barbara just like looks at the camera and like says like one of these.
This is all Drexen's fault. He wasn't supposed to hire a camera crew. Ron, didn't you just try to get him to buy some security cameras?
Yes, my mistake was letting him do it himself.
You see back at the office him hitting the sprinkler going, turn off, dang it, turn off. the fire police, the
fire department.
The fire police.
This fire is out of code.
I pulled an Alyssa, yes.
The fire police.
I was gonna say fire officer.
I can't even enjoy this joke because he just said pulled an Alyssa.
Oh, it's so good.
That's a new name for like a firing squad.
They're gonna handcuff that fire so good. Reading its Miranda rights. You have the right to remain hot. Everything you burn can be used against you in court of law. You have the right to remain burning.
And if they get fired,
You're gonna get fired.
Burn notice.
Yeah. So I'm just like, so that trip to Morocco, that was a relaxing time, wasn't it?
Oh, really? I thought it was pretty intense. It wasn't super relaxing.
Yes, but the part where we were writing up our travels was very relaxing. If you remember,
you mean we were on top of the train?
Yes, I really definitely liked the cool historic train museum we got to go on top of a train car in.
You guys got to go to Morocco?
Oh.
They never sent me anywhere cool.
Right.
Trust me, it wasn't very cool. It was like 130 degrees.
Yeah, it was pretty hot if you ask me.
Whoa!
And they use that as like a sound clip.
Yeah, I
He's like, oh, I so got that.
He's back. Root beer, thank you.
I'm sorry, guys. I think these were actually Sprite. I don't know why they turned this color. But,
and she just takes it and she just like starts like knocking it back.
I grab it, but I just set it off to the side, and I'm like,
they're like in glass jars, and it's definitely brown liquid, but it says Sprite on the side.
She just like,
all right. I think we'll just take a pepperoni pizza to split. Does that sound good?
It's fine.
You mean our spy pepperoni pizza?
Yes. We'll take one spy pepperoni pizza, please.
You got it.
I love it. I want to go here. I want to go here for my birthday.
I look at you two and I'm like, neither of you mention this place to my daughter, or I will kill you.
You see the cameraman, camera operator,
and you see her have out her phone on the side, too late. Sorry.
Why are you texting my daughter randomly? When did you get her number?
She loves me. I'm like her auntie.
I came this close to saying who doesn't have your daughter.
Oh no! Oh no! My daughter is 12. Thank you very much.
That's why I didn't.
Yeah.
Auntie Barb, I'm her favorite.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to take her phone or something. So Morocco.
She already responded and said, "Cool."
Morocco. What did you guys like about Morocco? The relaxing parts of Morocco. Why someone might want to go on a vacation there?
I don't know. I haven't been there. You guys went there without me, apparently.
But you were the one who booked the trip, right? You did the research and told us all about how hot it was going to be.
Actually, that was Duke.
I'll say that's Duke's
right, but I'm
Right,
trying to figure out why he doesn't know anything about this, right?
It's but doesn't Duke usually do that?
Yes, he does. He does. You know what? That's correct. That's
probably why it was such a crummy trip.
You were on a mission in what was the last place you went? Ron, do you remember? Wasn't it Iceland?
Oh, yes, Iceland.
And how was that?
Not as icy as I thought it would be.
Guys, they want us
Ironically,
to talk.
it was more green.
Yeah, but maybe the more boring we are just ourselves, maybe they'll just leave us alone.
Okay, I'm pretty sure they can hear this loud and clear with the boom. So. Here, wait, I'll text you.
Hey, I think the battery on the Mac is dead. Give me a couple minutes.
That's totally fine. Guys, we need to get ourselves under control here. We are falling apart. We are not spies. Remember, we are not spies. Stop referencing spy stuff.
Richard,
but
and then she looks up at the camera, and the camera definitely still has a red flashing thing saying it's recording, and
but he just said the mic was dead, so they might be able to read my lips. Ron's
just but aren't we all spies here? Isn't that the point of this place? This glorious, wonderful place?
Yes, that
also, I will have the grilled cheese with the large fry.
They serve grilled cheese with fries? That doesn't make any sense. You have tomato soup with grilled cheese. That's ridiculous.
That's what ketchup is! Ketchup!
I'm surrounded by idiots. I feel like we just need to just be ourselves. What's the problem? Really?
The problem is ourselves are
Ron puts down
spies.
Ron, you say we just need to be ourselves. Ron puts down a glass of chocolate milk because he's got a chocolate milk mustache. And he just goes, I concur.
Yeah, come on, Ron. You just, sorry, Richard, you just need to loosen up a little bit. You're so just
Also,
on the edge. Our job is really cool. Why don't we just actually brag about some of the stuff we got to do?
Wait. Did either of you bring the company card?
No.
One spiperoni pizza ready for you.
Oh no.
And
can I ask how much is the spiperoni pizza?
$13.50.
That's what I was afraid of.
And you can tell.
You know what? It's on them. And then he just points to the camera crew, or she just points to the camera crew.
I look over. I'm like, thumbs up? Question mark.
He just the male character who has been unnamed up to this point just says, "Oh man, what was I going to say? Well, it was in the contract, so.
That's great. You know,
See, free pizza.
Oh, sis, there you are.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Seth, you have to play sister.
I know. That's why I said, hi, brother.
Oh, we didn't hear you.
Oh, I've maybe just blown it out. Hi there, bro.
Yes,
How's
hello.
it going? Oh, who your friends here? And she's got this, she's got like this apron on, and she's like got all this dough and like sauce all over her. Like clearly showing that she's like a cook back there.
Yeah,
I think you know who our friends are, sis.
And I look over.
We won't get into that.
and I look over, stand up, shake her hand vigorously. And there's like a $20 bill in my hand, and I say, "You definitely know who we are."
She looks at the money and goes, "I don't know what kind of establishment you think this is, but it's not that. I don't do that. I'm married."
Barbara just goes up to
You are? Congratulations, sis.
You were drinking
again?
That's right. Like, yeah. I mean, like, oh, that's right. I forgot to invite you to this one. You were at the last 3, but not this one. You were busy doing camera stuff. Sound stuff. I don't remember what.
Alyssa, you said you're Barbara's doing something.
I think she was just gonna go up to or just like wave to the sister and just say, "Hi, you remember me, right?"
Can't say I do, and I remember faces.
Oh, I brought my daughter in here lots of times. But I mean, you have such a busy establishment that I'm sure it's really common.
She turns to the guy. These people are weird.
But we are well-paying customers, or, the camera crew is well-paying customers.
Oh, my brother always makes sure to tip.
I'm sure he does. Now, Barbara, I think you might be right. We should just relax, enjoy ourselves, eat this spy pepperoni pizza. That's amazing.
Thank you kindly.
The best cardboard I've ever had.
Yeah, she like rolls up her pizza and just like takes a bite out of it. Just goes,
well, you guys enjoy. I just heard my brother's voice, and I had to come see who he's with. I was bringing new people.
New is a relative term, but
when we come here, fairly often. But
we usually are in the corner.
Ron says, see, I bet you regret not getting the grilled cheese now. Or try. Anybody?
Anyway, cheers. Cheers to travel life.
Travel life it is.
So travel life.
Not there.
Yeah. That seems like it went pretty well for Barbara because she got everybody to like be chill, right?
Just like we just gotta like calm down. This really isn't that bad, guys. We're fine. We have the front for a reason. I'm gonna give 1 to Caleb and 1 to Seth. Just to even it out a little bit for you over there, Seth.
Okay. Okay, halfway done.
Indeed. So now we do the twist.
Oh yeah.
It feels like a good plot. This feels like a good point for a twist.
Yeah, and
I have one.
It's the tilt. That's
well, you have to roll.
Yeah, it's an actual roll thing.
That voice I did for the sister was not nice.
Yeah.
It just kind of came out though.
The tilts. Where is the tilts table? 56. All right. Who has the highest black and the highest white? Me and Alyssa are tied, and you have the highest black. So, Seth, go ahead and roll.
Huh?
Go ahead and roll all your dice. And then Alyssa, go ahead and roll yours.
How do I actually roll?
That is a lot.
Here we go. Random.
So you're not adding it up. These are the numbers you get to choose from.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 4.
Oh, so I was only supposed to roll the black dice? Or?
You get to choose between a 4 and a 4.
You know what? I actually don't know which one needs to be rolled here.
No, it doesn't matter on mine because I have a white 6 and I have a black 6, so it's the same.
Let me just look real quick what, because it's, if you have the high number of either color, you will help add a pair of complications. Roll the unused dice in the central pile. Oh, okay. You're not rolling your dice. You're rolling the unused dice in the central pile. Okay. So.
Okay.
But you and Seth will both choose what you want the tilt to be. So one of you would choose the category and one of you would choose the detail.
Okay, so wait, so we roll the so like I roll.
So those
like,
are the numbers
that
you get to choose. No. So I just went ahead and rolled them randomly.
Okay. So
the numbers in the middle. 1, 4, 6, or 2, because the black ones in the middle are still up. Too. Those are the numbers we have to work with. So we'll have Seth choose the category. So let's see. Is there a number we don't have? We don't have a 3 or a 5. Okay. So you can choose mayhem, tragedy, guilt, or failure.
I kind of want mayhem.
Sounds great. Alyssa, you can have
because everything's everything's good back at the pizza place.
Yeah,
but it's chaos back at the headquarters.
Mayhem, you get to choose from an out of control rampage, a frantic chase, magnificent self-destruction, or misdirected passion. An out of control rampage, a frantic chase, magnificent self-destruction, or misdirected passion.
I mean, I feel like magnificent self-destruction kind of is fitting.
Yeah. Do we have an idea what that is?
I feel like it's got to be Duke, but maybe that's just me thinking.
Maybe it's the whole spy agency.
Well, so I had an idea.
Okay.
I'm open for other ideas.
So I had an idea. If you chose frantic chase, what if, because I had foreshadowed earlier, as long as we don't get a mission while we're here, everything should be fine. What if we get a mission and we have to have some sort of frantic chase in the city and the camera crew is there trying to film us and it's this whole big thing, and it kind of breaks up this peaceful situation that we found. They're following us because we can't stop them, right? But we have to do this mission right now. And there ends up being like a car chase or something.
Aren't the missions usually like in different countries though?
Yes, but it could be like, someone we're probably in Washington, D.C., right? Or something like that. So maybe there's something going on.
Maybe we've been found out.
Oh yeah, that might be it. Because I mean, we at the very least we need to see us on a mission at some point during this. I assume, right? That's just an idea, though. So,
no, I like that. That's fine. That was my other choice was playing chase. So, where the camera crew's like chasing us around, kind of a thing,
right?
I think that makes sense. I mean, maybe we just like. I mean, does it have to be one of those things where it's like right here, right now, or like we get like the call and then like we can skip forward and say, 3 days later, right? And like we're in another country, kind of a thing.
I feel like we would just like try to stop them at all possible opportunities from
like to go with us,
going with us, but maybe we can't stop them.
What if we're like, what if it's whatever it is that's happening right now? And it's like, like it's like right at the end of lunch. And like they're just getting ready to, or like they've gone over to pay. And while they've gone over to pay, we're all looking at our spy pager and see that like 1, crazy stuff has been happening at the office. 2, because of all that crazy stuff, there's been someone who's like found us out or something. And now we have to go and deal with that. And we try to get away, and we're like, we have an emergency very big CEO that we have to go plan this meeting for, and we have to go, and it's a very private meeting, and they can't let anybody know, and we're like, we kind of oversell how big and important it is, and so they want to get the scoop.
So the thing is, actually, the more I'm thinking about it, I feel like Alyssa might have the right instinct here. This might be a good time to skip forward, and especially because Barbara was like, let's just be chill about it. We could have a short montage of like, okay, they've been hanging around, we've been fine, like we've been dancing around eggshells, and now a mission is actually happening, and we're like, I guess it'll be fine if they come with, like, we managed to make it so far, right?
I mean, I think Barbara's just going to pitch, like, we'll just go do the mission at night, like, while they're sleeping, it'll be totally fine, right? And then they're going to, like, try to, like, follow us, right, to, like, oh, where are they sneaking off to, and, like, doing these, right? Like, that's my idea.
I think that's pretty fun. And then I'm established, or I'm the next scene, so I think I have an idea. Maybe I establish, and we have it be, we are in the airport, having landed at our new destination, right? We're walking through the airport and a camera crew's behind us, and we're, talking about travel life or whatever, right? And that's when an enemy spy, like, either starts shooting at us or steals something of ours or gets on our radar in some way, and we have a chase through the airport, right? And are trying to hide the fact that we're spies from the camera crew, but we're still trying to get what was stolen or whatever it is, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what I want, and I think maybe for,
I know what was stolen.
What?
A misplaced journal.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. I forgot you even had that.
I do. Yep, I do have a misplaced journal.
Yeah. So what if it's yeah, whose is it?
It's mine.
Is it your journal that is stolen?
Well, it just says it's a misplaced journal. It doesn't have to say it's mine, but
that's what I'm trying to think.
What if it's like a misplaced journal that like has a bunch of spy information in it?
Like, well, it has like our mission of what, like all of our stuff that we're trying to do, and they're stealing it to get our intel and our info.
Here's what it is, guys. This is the established. Okay, we're in the airport. As I described earlier. And Barbara is, writing a quick thing in her spy journal and then sets it down somewhere very briefly, but the camera crew picks it up and maybe they set some camera equipment on top of it accidentally or something. But either way, Barbara loses it on accident, right? Like, or like sets it down and the camera crew interferes. And that's when the enemy spy sees their opening, ducks over and snatches it. And you notice, or one of us notices, just like you're frantically looking around for the journal, like where'd it go, and then you see the spy with it, like turned around a corner, and we have to like chase after him. So it's like it's the camera crew's fault that they that they got it, but they don't realize how important that was. And I have an idea too. If I'm establishing. I think Duke Drexen is along with us because otherwise probably the whole next half is not going to be with Duke. And let's say that this is like the place that you used to go as a spy. All of your contacts are here. You're the guy when we go to this place. Even though you're old, like you're still super respected out in the field, specifically in this place. You have a bunch of connections.
I'm here to talk with my connections about things.
Yeah.
Because I could get because the sprinklers are in our computer, so we can't video conference.
Amazing.
The darn sprinklers broke my phone.
Right, and when we got back from the restaurant, you had just let the sprinklers go forever, and they had like flooded the entire place and leaked into our secret spy lair and everything.
The fire department had to come and put it out.
Right, but like, but it probably had gotten to the point where
the fire police had to come out.
Yes.
So where is this place? Where are we on mission? You guys think?
First thing that popped in my head is Dubai, but I don't know about that.
Greenland.
Well, we've done Iceland, we've done Morocco.
That's why I said Greenland.
I don't know why the Philippines is the first place that comes to my mind.
Yeah, let's say Bali. Island of Bali.
Ballin and Bali.
And yeah, so we're all in our we have our spy swimwear underneath everything, but are wearing travelers' clothes. Just like
okay. To clarify, when I meant like the spy thing, I meant that like our suit could like transform into.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that it functions, and that maybe it's like the
waterproof and kind of deal is like that kind of
I know, it's just that Barbara's just a very serious person.
Yes,
She's just like, excuse me.
Yeah, so I think the first shot we get is I think maybe I've been sold on the whole thing in the 3 days that have passed. So I'm like talking to the camera. I'm like, yeah. So last time I was in Bali, we had an awesome travel conference, and we talked with all sorts of other travel writers about their respective travel missions. And I have to say it was one of the best times of my life. I mean, I managed to, and this like the camera's on me while we're like walking through the airport, right? I managed to make agent of the year. I got an award and everything, and it was because of this the one mission that I don't know if you guys read my article about Greece. Amazing place, amazing scenery, and you can find some off-the-market goods if you look in the right places.
Are we going to see some of those off-market goods here in the Philippines?
You just might. You just might, Susan.
Barbara goes, something along the line that, she like...
I'm like wearing a Hawaiian shirt or something dumb, right? Have my little hat, like a sun hat.
Barbara's just wearing her like yoga pants and like a shirt with like a hat with like her hair up,
Yeah.
Typical. And she just so I guess we're saying that it's because the camera crew like I lose my journal here, or
that was my idea, right? Is that you're like you set it down maybe just for a second and the cameraman puts something on top of it.
Sound guy is dressed super authentically.
So Barbara's like you see like Barbara like looking around like as you're talking like in like the background of like the shot, and she's like writing stuff down and she's kind of surveying and things. And then she like whispers something in your ear, she's just like, let's just stop here for a second.
Wait, what did you say?
Let's just stop here for a second.
All right.
Wait, question. Are we before or after security?
Probably after, I would assume, right? Like we've already gone.
Yeah.
Well, we're there, right? And we've already.
I was gonna say it would be funny if Ron got held up in security.
Yeah, maybe you did. Maybe you're talking about it right now, right? Maybe you're mumbling to yourself, like, "Oh, they stopped me!" And I told them it was medicinal.
I told them you didn't.
This is not the day to make that joke, Caleb.
Right. Or maybe it is the day to make that joke.
Well, that's fair.
So I'll like set down the journal and
I'll just be like, oh, I gotta tie my shoe real quick, and lean down.
And just like I'll just like whisper, and I think we're being watched.
By who? Do you know if it's I'm trying to think of what we would call the other agency or where enemies. Maybe I guess it's communists or what they talk about is like a Russian.
Yeah. I feel it. I feel the eyes.
All right. Well, don't let your guard down, but also don't pull out your gun unless you have to.
Oh, I will.
She will pull her gun even if she doesn't have to.
She will have to.
Yeah, I think about it for a moment. I decide to let it go. I'm like, all right, 1 bunny, 2 bunny here.
What? Hey, that's how I do it too.
I'm tying my shoe as an excuse for why we're stopping.
Why we're stopping?
Yeah.
You know what? I tried the snake method at one point, but I find the bunny method to be much better for me.
Yeah. And I always like to triple knot. So like slow.
That's where she like puts down the journal and.
Yeah, then we see a cameraman like put a big box on top of it of camera gear, and that's when we see that agent like slip in and just like slide it from underneath the box and then slip off, and then the cameraman picks it back up again, and I'm like, "Are we ready to go?"
And Barbara looks down, and then she looks quickly around, and I lock eyes with the guy that I see like holding my journal. I'm like, "Stop him!" And then like she just starts going.
Yeah, and like everyone like is shocked, and like I just probably like turned to the cameraman like really slowly, and I'm just like, she saw a friend of hers, and then I just bolt after her.
I think as you do it, you hear Duke yell out, "Dang it, Barbara!"
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna go, you know, and like I mean, I'm gonna pull out my gun. This seems necessary.
Who wants to play the Russian spy?
I'll play Russian spy.
Okay.
I mean, I want to shoot at the guy.
If I tried to do it, it would just be Darius, but lower pitched.
So I don't know. I don't know if I'm just like allowed to shoot at him.
And, yeah, I mean, you can.
That's what I'm gonna do. I want to shoot him specifically, like in like the leg, maybe like, you know, lower torso. You know, get him in the crotch, kind of a thing. Yeah. You know.
So is this like a situation where like did you have?
Oh, we're gonna be detained for sure because I'm pulling out a gun.
Did you happen to turn a corner so the cameraman don't actually see you shoot this gun?
Oh no, I see. They see everything.
Amazing. Okay,
I'm sure. I'm positive.
I've let my character has let his guard down and everything is bad.
Audio guy's like,
and just like, holy crap! You get that?
Wait,
like on sound, like, because she's just like, oh my gosh.
Of course I got that. What do you take me for, an amateur? I'm ready for anything. And he has like a jacket on, and he opens it up, and there's just mics everywhere.
What is Ron doing during that?
Drinking chocolate milk.
He's like, I think Ron is looking through like a brochure of a tour guide of some sort. It was like the company brochure. It's like
he actually wants to do what we purport we do.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say, given that this is Vulture, that she actually shoots him and he goes on like, oh, like, falls down.
You catch up with him.
You are a feisty woman.
Don't mess with me.
Like,
I mess with who I will.
I huff up next to you. I'm like, why did you pull out your gun? We're in the middle of an airport.
And then she like takes like the journal like out from his hands if like he doesn't like fight back. I guess
he'll fight back. He'll like go for like a hidden blade, and he'll like try and slash at your face.
Yeah, okay. I think I grab his hand. I'm like, no, stop it. We are being filmed right now. I'm not talking to you.
This is life or death. You think I give a fuck about this? Yeah, no.
You're a spy.
I break his hand to like have him drop the knife. I like kick it to slide it under a bench somewhere, and like I like grab your gun, Alyssa, and just like shove it in my belt, and I'm like turn around and I'm like, oh man, that. I
think at this point he goes like, help! We've been shot. Help!
I don't have an excuse for this one.
And I just like
best
take the journal and I shove it back in, and I shove it in your bag or whatever. And I'm just like, consider that a warning to your people.
Like, let's get out of here before the actual cops show up.
I mean, wouldn't they already be on them?
They need to be a security guard at least.
There's airport security.
And I just like flip him my like top secret agent FBI or whatever badge. I'm like,
you're in the Philippines. Would they acknowledge that?
Well, it's international. It's an international airspace.
Oh, they're for sure going to detain us for sure, probably. But I mean, you know. But yeah, I'm like,
kind of straightened out.
If like an officer will like come up to us, she'll like, you know, like away from the camera crew, she'll be like, you know, like,
would they acknowledge that though?
I don't know.
I mean, they'll probably be like, okay, well, come with us for like questioning.
Yeah. And I think maybe like I established so you guys can resolve, but I have a thought here is where this sounds like it's all gone all bad for me already. So, yeah. But maybe like the last thing we see is the camera crew runs up and the camera woman is just like pointing the camera right in my face and the mic's right in my face, and I'm just like standing there like as they're like dragging us away, and I'm like,
what just happened?
Yeah, we take rival travel agents very seriously.
I'm from Texas, and you don't steal our company trade.
We're very protective of our trade secrets.
I'll say, oh my gosh.
And after we sort this out with the local authorities, we'll meet you at the hotel.
Oh, we want to get the whole thing.
I don't think that's necessary. And then I just get dragged off.
And then like she just like gets like you guys like being dragged off.
I sneak the audio guy sneaks a pack, like a microphone pack, onto them to record the whole conversation.
Amazing. Yeah, that ended badly for me.
Double black.
So double black, and I will give them.
Well, you take them.
I take them. Yeah,
around.
You're right.
That's
good.
I think I want to establish. I think the obvious place for Duke to take this is Duke is like finally got to his contacts, explained what happened, talked them down, and like is finally like in like the holding cell where they're keeping Richard and Barbara.
And you're like freeing us. You're like getting us out.
Yeah. Like probably it's the typical like it's the cement like room with like the double pane glass and everything. And you two are like sitting there handcuffed, and he just walks in, sits down, just stands there and goes, "I just can't trust any of you abroad, can I?"
Well, you can't trust Vulture, that's for sure.
Boss, you act like this is nothing new. It's our first time ever being detained. Come on, it comes with the job.
I wish it didn't. I wish you didn't have to bail your sorry butts out every time this happens. It's happened in Croatia. This happened in Finland. This happened in Sweden, and they're friggin' neutral. You managed to shoot someone no matter what zip code or country you're in. It's like you got a bingo board and you're trying to make a Yahtzee.
You want to kill someone in all 50 states.
What was I supposed to do? Just like let him go with our top secret information? That had a lot of your contacts in it.
You had to pull out your gun, though? That's the first thing you go to?
Well, that's the quickest way to stop him. So, clearly, you're about to bail us out, so clearly it was a great idea.
Boss, do you remember our conversation that we had earlier about a certain contingency if Vulture here turned out to be a liability? Well, I think now might be time to initiate that protocol.
What protocol?
The protocol you don't know about. The secret protocol that you weren't aware of. That's right.
Oh, you mean because of all of those dinky old rules that you follow that nobody follows anymore because they're old and they make our job less cool?
Barbara, you are literally the only person who doesn't follow them.
He's got a point.
Well, I get my job done really effectively, so clearly I think I'm in the right.
It depends on what you consider your job. Your job is to actually, I don't know, do the things you're supposed to do, not just shoot. I wouldn't say that a firefighter is doing their job if they just shot the arsonists every time and didn't put out the fire.
That's not what I do. You know I do not just pull out my gun every single opportunity I get.
Actually, we have it on record. It is every single time.
Yes. That's part of the protocol, is showing you video clips of every single time.
Oh, come on. That's exaggerating a little bit.
Japan, North Korea, South Korea, Australia.
318 now times that you've done this.
And now you're just making it a problem? Like, that seems like a really big oversight on your guys' part.
Honestly, it definitely is.
I mean, hey, like I said, if I did it 318 times or whatever, that means I stopped 318 bad guys.
Well, that's the problem. Half of them weren't actually bad guys.
That's not true.
Say that. One of them was literally a mother walking her dog. And you thought the dog seemed suspicious.
The dog was looking at me.
Their dogs is what they do. You were carrying a slab of meat through Russia. There are hungry dogs out there. But you expect them to look at you like, hail?
This is going to be a really awkward thing for the audio guy to decipher later.
I don't think the audio guy.
I don't think the camera crew is there right now.
No, I said that he put
because he put the mic. Yeah,
you're right. I totally forgot you did that. Oh no.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. So I'm just like, Duke, are you going to initiate the protocol or not?
Look, I can't. Part of the reason I haven't been able to do anything earlier is because the people upstairs like efficiency. They don't care so much about the dead bodies. They do care about costs, though. They care about money. And Barbara's been costing us a lot of money. I had to give up several very expensive golf games just to get you guys out here.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Not my golf games.
See, this isn't just about you, Barbara, all right? And it's not even just about the company, the agency. It's about us, your fellow coworkers.
You're right.
That you get hurt.
It's about being cool. That's what this is about.
I was in a cast for months because of you. You pushed me off of a building 3 times.
You were in the way. I told you.
Of what? Birds?
Of me jumping across to get to the bad guy.
I was trying to jump across too.
You were taking too long because you're a wuss and you're old and soft. Your daughter and I talk about that all the time, but behind your back.
I'm just imagining Vulture literally parkouring off of Blue Jay's back.
Right. I'm just staring at you, and I'm like, you two talk about that.
Wait, sorry, what did you say?
Alyssa.
I said that me and your daughter talk about it behind your back, how you're old and soft.
And I was like,
you're not cool spy dad like you used to be.
I mean, I know that I'm slightly out of shape, but my wife left me because I started drinking. That's beside the point.
That's why your daughter resents you.
Second time Caleb's played a character that the daughter's wife left him because of drinking in a week's period.
That's true, actually. I think I just start trying to throttle you, Vulture.
Okay, you two, stop it.
Let me get her.
Look, you're both going to be in here for a couple more hours, so you might as well deal with it. I still got to talk a few things out with people. They just let me come in here and let you know you will be out eventually.
Boss, protocol or no? Are you pushing the button or not? I need to know.
I can't. Not yet.
What is this button?
I don't know.
I just like making up stuff.
I'm just like, did you guys put like an explosive in my brain or something, and you're gonna blow me up? Like,
I haven't been able to think of anything yet, which is why I keep sort of I was putting it off.
The protocol is that she gets moved to a different department.
Look, I'll let you know. I gotta talk to some people first.
No. The protocol is that I get moved to headquarters, the wrong kind.
She has to get a job. That's actually the perfect answer to that question, by the way. Amazing. So I think before you leave, Duke, I'm just like, Duke?
What? I'm working on it.
Are you, though? Listen.
Yeah,
Vulture talks. Shut up. Vulture talks about my incompetence. Your incompetence is why Vulture is where she is right now. It's why all of this has happened. It's because you don't have a spine. You haven't stood up to the higher ups. So I have to do all the hard work. I have to do all the work that gets me put in danger every single minute of every single mission. Because you like golf games too much. You like your fancy vacations too much. You don't have the guts to stick one to your boss. And you know what? I do have the guts to stick one to mine. I quit.
I was going to say something, but you skipped over that part. So
sorry.
No, it's fine. It worked. Because he was gonna say like what do you say? He was gonna say when you said like you don't do anything. I'm like, welcome to government work.
I'm like, you're gonna get me out of here as the last favor that you owe me, and then I'm done. You're never gonna see me again. And you can have your precious little agent doing everything she needs to do behind the scenes. But that collateral damage is going to catch up to you one day.
Give me time.
I gave you time.
So fast.
I gave you time, Duke.
And Barbara's just like sitting in the background, like, "Are you done yet?"
He just opens the door and just slams it shut.
Nice.
That was kind of mixed, I feel.
And good thing, because we didn't have actually 2 black dice to spare. So
yeah.
I was honestly only putting off the protocol thing because I honestly couldn't think of it.
No, and that's fine. I think it makes it more interesting. So,
Okay.
All right. What's Ron Caldwell up to?
He's actually going on vacation.
Hear me out.
Okay.
What if Ron and the camera crew get kidnapped?
Ooh.
Oh.
By the Russians while they're out doing this?
Makes sense to me.
While everybody else is gone. Like, they come back and everything's finally settled and it's like, all right, we're all done. And then you just get a page or something. It's like, bring the journal, or these 3 are getting it.
Well, so I think that might be,
I don't know.
That might be the climax, because I feel like we need to see the scene where Ron has to try to be a good agent and save the camera crew and himself from being kidnapped first, right?
I see. Yeah.
Right? So maybe we see like the hotel room and you're there with the camera crew or whatever, and they're interviewing you about something. And then the agents...
I'm sure they'll be back soon.
Yeah, the Russians show up and Ron has to try to be a good agent.
Yes, for Daddy.
All right.
So basically,
never
we're
say
going to have
that
a
again,
scene with
but
Jordan, and me.
Hey, I could be Russian.
We can be the Russians, right? Me and
I've
Seth can be
seen
the
that
Russian
show,
agents.
Jordan and Me. It's my favorite ABC family show.
And technically, I mean, there's more camera crew, I assume, right?
Right, that's fair.
Probably, yeah.
So,
it turns out it's actually a really low budget place.
I mean, it probably is really low budget.
Someone's doing your makeup, Ron, while they're getting ready for an interview.
Just like, now, I'm sure they'll be back soon, right?
Oh, I'm sure. This usually only takes about 2 or 3 hours at the most.
Oh, are you guys used to, getting held up at airport security for violence?
Well, not usually violence. There was the one time we forgot our documents, and by we, I mean just, anyway. He says to himself, by we, I mean me, but that's besides the point.
Well, with traveling so much, I guess that's bound to happen at any point. I just wasn't expecting today to be so exciting.
Well, I mean, travel life is always exciting in some way, wouldn't you say?
I guess that's true.
It's just what flavor of excitement.
Now, how do you keep your tourists from, panicking, and having those irrational fears of, strangers just coming up and, robbing them or, panhandling them? How do you conquer those fears of the dangers of being in a foreign country?
Usually the waiver takes care of that.
Oh. I don't think we signed one.
Really? Well, I suppose you're more of business partners at this point? Co-worker? I don't know. I don't handle any of the bookkeeping. I just clean, usually.
But you do get to go on these trips occasionally. You said you went to Iceland.
Yes, but that's admittedly the last trip I got to go on. See, I haven't been the best travel agent. And he kind of slumps a little bit. My father was a much better agent than I ever was.
And Susan's just like, you're getting this good stuff right here. You got the existential crisis.
Always comes from the dumb ones.
And how
does that make you feel?
I mean, it's just... it's just so hard living in his shadow, you know? I mean, you have a superstar agent that everybody knows and loves and everybody respects and gets the best results and at the best costs, and there are never any issues. And then here's his deadbeat son who's trying to be just like him but can't even hold a candle to him. It's frustrating.
She like pulls out like the tissues and she just goes, "Here, you might need this."
He nods and then just like dabs a little bit.
We hear glass shatter, and
I was going for a knock at the door. But
something rolls in. It's not like the whole window shatters, but like you hear, and then a smoke grenade rolls in, and suddenly there's just smoke pouring out in the room, and the camera crew's just like, "What's going on? What's happening?"
Just instinctively, Ron like pulls out like a little like those single breathers.
Mm-hmm.
They just put in, and then he's like, oh, they can't and then he like goes searching around, and he's just like tears off his sleeves and like puts them in to like cover their mouths so they aren't just breathing in the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And tries to like pull them a little bit away, and oh man, window. I'm trying to like visualize, because I feel like you would try to grab something to put in front of the window, like a bookshelf or something, but there's probably not a bookshelf in here.
Well, I mean, that's just where the smoke bomb came through.
Right.
Yeah, I'm thinking the next thing that happens is the door gets kicked in, right?
That's what I was going about. You hear like you Russian coming from the outside the door, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah,
I don't know how to fake Russian, and then I don't know how to fake Russian, and then you hear like banging on the door as you go boom, boom. The door just comes crashing down.
It's right, you know, yelling at you to put your weapons down. Weapons down!
But and like as she like
drops the camera,
I guess.
Throws. Everybody on the ground.
Sound guy's like, I've been training for this, and he like drops the mic off and just tries spinning the thing around, and they just like.
I would love the plot twist that this guy's been a spy the whole time. Right? And he just starts swinging it around like a bow staff.
And he's more competent than...
Right.
It's like, I knew you'd show up. It's about time. And he just has like the cloth over his mouth. Oh man, hold on, give me a sec. I'm just gonna. Thanks for that, I appreciate it. Come on, you call me fat! Let's go! Right now!
Jordan, you're not supposed to put those bags over your mouth.
I'm not Jordan right now.
That makes it okay.
That's okay.
Just whacking people with a bow staff.
Just, and then Ron's like, what am I doing? And he like gets up and like pulls out actually he throws a punch at one of the guys and misses, like completely biffs it, but his watch is touching like their arm or something, or like is touching their inside, and then he just like hits a button on the side of it and it tases them, they fall down.
Nice.
And you know, he's like, I did it! It actually worked! Ha ha! Take that, Dad! I told you the watch was useful!
And then that's when you get shot.
Not again! But, Vulture, why?
do we just see Ron like black out as the boom guy is attacking?
There's only white dice left, so this has to end well for him.
Right? Maybe he passes out, but the boom guy is safe. So. Okay.
No, well, I don't think that ends well for Ron.
Yeah.
Okay.
As well for Jordan.
I have an idea. What if you get shot and you don't black out or anything, but you like struggle and like still manage to like, grab one of the Russian's legs, and the boom guy like slams him with the boomstick and he goes down, and you guys like work together as a team, and then the boom guy turns to you. He tears off his mask and it's your dad.
Okay, that would be hilarious.
And he's like, son.
I'm proud of you, son, right? I've always wanted to fight spies with you.
Okay, no, that's perfect.
That's awesome.
That's better than the direction I was going to go. I was going to say, like, he leaves a trail or something behind for them to be able to pick up and they can find him easily. And they do get kidnapped, but
it makes more sense to have the boom guy be someone like your dad than to be a random spy.
Yeah, so he knocks him out and he pulls off the mask. Son, that was the best brawling I've ever seen out of you. And the fact that you took a bullet wound and still managed through the pain to go after him? Dad, I don't understand. I have so many questions. Also, I'm bleeding internally right now. Can we talk about this later?
No, I wanted to have a poignant moment with my son. we need the hospital police in here immediately.
Is Emily hospital police?
I think this episode just needs to be like a compilation of all the funniest moments, because there have been too many of those.
There's been too many good ones. I think that's probably a good ending. Oh, I did think,
and it probably ends with them both like laughing at each other, just like a slight chuckle, and they do the thumbs up thing. And then it's like, oh, okay, I can't laugh that much. Oh, okay, it hurts.
Also, I've thought of the contingency.
Okay. Well, it's Barbara scene next. You get 2 white dice there, Ron.
Woo!
All you, Barbara.
You guys established.
Well, I assume this is probably like the climax, whatever it is, and it's the contingency, and it's whatever else is going to go on there.
Okay.
Okay, actually, I'm going to message you what the contingency is and see what you think about.
Sounds good. I really do like the idea that it's her being sent to work at the spy-themed restaurant, because that's
I thought
hilarious.
of something else.
Okay,
this one's a little more messed up, but it is also thematic.
You do know how I like messed up.
Yeah.
Something about you guys getting to like maim me.
Right. We pushed you off a building.
I'll probably actually land in style.
3-point landing. Oh my gosh, that's dark.
I said it was messed up.
Maybe both. Right?
Wait, what?
Maybe both happen. That, and she has to go work at the spy-themed restaurant.
Okay.
Right, this gotta end well for me, okay?
Only if you roll well. You could roll a 3.
Oh, that's right, because
they're the last dice. They can be whatever.
That's right, true. Yeah, they're also wild. Yep.
I forgot that these dice are wild, so it could be all blacks, actually. That's true. I forgot about that. Darn it. Oh.
I always forget how the dice spreading and that stuff goes. So when I gave those 2 black dice to Seth, I'm like, oh yeah, this will be fine.
Again, it is fine when you did that, because it's only when you have mixed color that it's bad.
I'm currently the only one who has a potential for a good ending. Everyone else is kind of mixed. Yep. Okay, so it'll be back at the police station. Mm-hmm. You guys have just gotten let out, and Duke
grumbling
is there.
To take my stuff.
Okay, Richard. I talked to the higher ups. The contingency's in effect.
Thank you.
What contingency?
Duke hands Richard a box. It says, They said you could do it.
Yes.
What contingency? And then I think Barbara is going to like smack the box down.
Okay, yeah, you do, and a gun falls out.
Oh, that's not the kind of box I handed, but okay.
Oh yeah, well, what
was the other thing I sent you? It's a cigar cutter.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's a cigar cutter.
What?
Yeah,
I
look up at you and I'm like, yeah, we were gonna give you retirement with some cigars and stuff.
I'm a spy. You really think that I buy that?
Yeah.
And then she just like pulls out her gun and just is like,
whoa.
You think you know I don't have a problem solving things with my gun? What's the contingency?
That's the problem exactly. That's meant for your trigger fingers.
I see.
You know, it would have been way safer to do this before we gave her gun back. Now that I'm thinking about it,
I didn't know she had it to begin with. I thought they took it away from her.
They did take it away from her, and we just got our stuff reclaimed right in front of you. Is your eyesight going, good, Mr. Drexen?
I'm 65. Of course it is.
Yeah, that's barely retirement age.
I know. I'm 2 weeks away from retirement, and this stuff keeps going on.
Wait, you're 2 weeks? When were you going to tell me this?
There's a reason I was putting it off. Because if I don't have to deal with Vulture going away, then I don't have to deal with this, and points at her gun.
I'm like, Mr. Drexen, I'm really sorry. We're just like ignoring your gun at this point. It's like, I didn't realize.
You think you get hurt just going out in the field with her? Try being her boss. Try telling her no to things. She pulls guns on me in meetings all the time.
That must be horrible.
And have I ever shot you? Ever?
Yes!
She, does the thing with her gun while she's like
barely
waving, and she just says like one time, it barely counted. It grazed your shoulder.
Why do you think golf became so expensive for me?
You ruined my golf game. It's the one thing I had left in life to enjoy, and you took it from me.
Now, Mr. Drexen, you wouldn't happen to have a sniper aimed through that window at Miss Pierce right now, would you?
Oh my gosh. And she just like puts the gun down and she just says, look, I'll just quit right here. That's better, right?
Oh my gosh, thank you. That would be so much better for everyone.
It would also mean a lot less paperwork.
So much less paperwork.
Consider me quitting. I'll go be a free agent. It's fine with me.
Actually, no, that's actually way worse.
So I'll see y'all later. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the States.
Mr. Drexen, we
have a good life,
let her leave
and
here.
I'll see you later. And she just like starts like walking off.
There's a sniper. We weren't supposed to give her a heads up.
And I think that's where we just cut, right?
And we'll see what happens.
And we see what happens, right? I think it's mixed for Alyssa, based on the scene that we just did, right? Because like we have a sniper pointed at her, but she is not going to be a free agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to everybody? Mixed for the end here?
Yeah. And it seems, yeah.
So all three of us got the same ending, and the only person who's actually okay is Duke.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we could still roll. I mean, it's very possible.
Well, that's the thing, right? Endings.
Roll, so.
Yeah, exactly. At the endings, I think that's a good place to cut the scene because then we can roll all the endings and find out how it actually goes down.
Goes down. Okay.
Time to roll.
So you highlight the dice and then you click
random side, multi-sided random side.
Okay.
So.
Oh no. Okay.
I got pretty close
-1
to 0.
Yeah.
I got 5.
I got 3.
I just got 1.
That 1, 5.
Wait, I didn't see your roll.
Yeah, it didn't show up on that for me, but the dice did change on my screen.
Oh, yeah, you got
I got 3.
Yeah, you
altogether.
got 3. Yeah.
All right. Let's look at the aftermath table.
Yeah, I did not do very good. I'd probably just die.
All right. Who had the highest?
I think me
Seth.
with 5.
Yeah,
Black
5 is not very high.
Yeah,
Black
we
5
all
is
kinda had
rough. You are getting whipped like a rented mule for starters, and you'll remember this episode for all your diminished days. The lesson you learn will be profound, lingering, and painful. Maybe let's go through everybody's roles real quick before we actually decide what that means. Who got the next highest? I got black 3.
I think Jordan got a white 3.
Yeah.
Okay, white 3 is grim. The stress and trauma from your little adventure are going to haunt you forever. Bits of your soul are destroyed, and you are missing a piece or two. In a few years, children are going to cry when you get too close. All your plans have ended in complete ruin.
Oh, no.
It's funny. This is all bad endings for probably one of the funniest fiascos we've had ever.
And then I got black 3, which is harsh, crap in a bag harsh, a lifetime of medication harsh, a big black cloud of hurt is going to rain all over you. The things you need to happen are not going to. Simple as that. And then Alyssa, what'd you get?
Black 1.
Black 1. Horrible. You are probably dead. Other people.
I got sniped.
Other people, probably innocent people, are as well. There is no justice. There is no mercy. Everything is utterly painfully screwed, and it is all of it your fault.
or better yet, I get away and I kill more innocent people.
And then you die.
And then I die.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened. She escaped, made our lives miserable, and then she got killed.
So yeah, let's start with Jordan, I think, right? Because he's like separate from the us 3.
Very true. Yeah.
It's bad for you. So maybe you finally get some sort of closure with your dad, but like you are paralyzed or something for the rest of your life. And like, at that point, he's like, oh, okay, I'm disappointed in you again.
He's finally proud of you, but now you can't do anything.
Exactly. Now you can't be a spy anymore. So
yeah,
bummer for you.
I turn out to go work at the spy restaurant.
Right. And you have some mediocre happiness there, but your dad will never be proud of you.
Yeah.
You
couldn't even take a bullet.
Yeah, you can't even take a bullet right. Yeah, and it makes sense that like Alyssa escapes the sniper and then goes off, becomes a free agent, makes our jobs a living hell for a couple of years while we're trying to counter her, and then like probably like turns my daughter against me. She runs away from home to like live with you in some foreign country.
Heck yeah.
And then I die alone someday.
She destroys all my golf clubs.
Yeah, you probably don't. Maybe like you don't get to retire because this ended so badly.
Yeah.
And you get like fired last second. You get some sort of like severance package, but it's nowhere near as good as like your actual retirement was going to be. Your golf farm is ruined forever. Maybe the sniper misses, hits you in the shoulder again, and your golf farm is for sure ruined the rest of your days.
Yes, that would be miserable. That would ruin my life.
There you go. Fiasco.
This was like honestly
Fiasco.
The funniest
very, very funny
like we've had. Like honestly, there's not a single like you can't just do one clip for this. There's just too many moments.
I'll have to watch through the whole thing again and just like timestamp a bunch of
honestly that would
clips.
be fun to go through again.
Yeah.
What was the agency's name again?
Travel Life.
Travel Life? Okay.
Oh yeah, what happened with the documentary? That's the other thing we need to find out. I assume it like airs and the spy agency just gets like exposed.
Oh, that's why I
or people
fired.
are just like, see, it's all a conspiracy. Like that's what the docu-center.
That's why I got fired, because the documentary
actually aired. Yeah, because the pack got smuggled into the cell and all of that got recorded. Except, wait a second, why is the boomstick guy his dad?
Well, that's how they found out. That probably what happened. Maybe what happened was I actually did call like an actual like camera company, except it was intercepted by his dad.
Yep.
And so it was.
Is the dad's in charge of Travel Life, or he's your boss, right?
That makes sense. Yeah.
And so you get fired.
So then maybe it doesn't actually air.
Right, he doesn't actually air, but it was all a test, right? And you all failed.
Yeah, I like
right.
that. We all failed horribly.
Very good.
This ended more like a game of pity for my thoughts.
Yeah, that's the issue with Fiasco sometimes, is everybody rolls so badly that the tone we had set up earlier doesn't actually make sense. There are very rare Fiascos that actually end well for anybody.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been one or two, but at least anything, this was fun.
It was very fun.
My throat hurts from laughing.
Yeah,
Screaming so much.
Oh, man. That was very funny.
I guarantee first thing my husband's going to say when I walk in, you're loud.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I just can't believe I disappointed Daddy.
That'll be a nope from me.
Boy. Well, this has been Fiasco. Thanks for joining us. It was very fun.
Stop it, Ron.
Yeah, I think that's it from us here. So one thing I have to reveal about next week, though, is I don't think I'm going to be able to play next week.
No,
because I forgot my parents are going to be in town.
Oh, fun!
So
it's my birthday.
I know, and like there's I do have to ask them sometimes. It depends on what our plans are and like what we're doing and stuff, but likely I'm gonna be hanging out with them. They'll have just gotten into town too, so it's not like we'll have already spent a bunch of time together and whatnot. So likely probably won't be free. It's possible that like they'll want to go to bed earlier or whatever that night or something because they're on Central Time still, right?
That's true.
So maybe I just start a little late. I don't know. I'll update you guys about it, whether or not I can do it or not. But I mean, yeah, it's entirely possible we just do like a late session. So
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, totally down because I think Emily's not free for like the 2 weeks after that. So
perfect. Yeah, and we only have one session left to finish the adventure, so that it seems like a good opportunity. I think I probably should be able to do that because my parents are likely not going to want to stay up super late anyway. So that probably works. And Finn goes to bed at like 7 Pacific. So that's who they're
once
really
the
here to
baby's
see,
down,
right?
they're
Exactly,
not even. Who cares? That's good night, son. Bye.
Indeed. But yeah, so that's a possibility. It's a possibility I won't be free, but we'll see if we can make it happen. Cool. Alrighty. I think we're out. Thanks for playing, guys, and thank you for watching. You on the internet. Adios.